Pak Lukas Murdiharjo dipanggil Sang Ilahi pada 9 Januari 2021. Ia telah mencapai garis akhir dan mengakhiri pertandingan dengan baik. Dua tahun telah berlalu, namun semangat, nilai-nilai yang dianut dan segala kebaikannya tidak akan pernah pergi.
When I found myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking word of wisdom, let it be.
In my now of darkness, she's standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
Whisper word of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. I love you guys. In my heart.
Pak Lukas dikenal sebagai sosok yang konsisten dan disiplin. Di balik itu, ia adalah pribadi yang gemar membaca, pecinta tanaman, penyayang hewan, dan penikmat musik.
itu lagu itu tuh kayaknya banyak riset, terus Let It Be gitu, sampai pergi tuh kita ke UK itu, ke sana itu ya ininya. Terus kemesraan kalau tiap kali acaranya Sekar Guna. Nah, maka yang paling gampang saya bilang Sekar Guna punya Mars Sekar Guna. Jadi itu nyanyiannya. Jadi anjing saya sekarang ini 2. Ya saya sama bapak aja sama anjing itu 2 kemana-mana. Ya tiap kali makan pagi ditemenin sama anjing. Sekarang nggak ada lagi yang mandiin anjingnya, ya terpaksa saya yang bawa anjing-anjingnya ini. Kadang-kadang kan kalau bapak pagi-pagi baca koran gitu-gitu, anjingnya ya masuk ke rumah tuh ya nungguin sampai selesai baca koran gitu loh. Mungkin juga dia bertanya nih kemana, mungkin dia anjingnya kayak bengong-bengong gitu, kok nggak ada gitu ininya. Ya kasihan sih, anjingnya lucu-lucu baik-baik. Saya dulu kenal bapak itu waktu sama-sama mahasiswa 89 kami mulai berpacaran. Saya juga dikenalin sama orang tua bapak waktu itu pas hari ulang tahun saya. Saya ingat banget saya dikenalin sama Eyang di Kalimalang. Loh saya di Ucul aja gitu ya. Bapaknya terus pergi. Ini gimana nih bapak nih kok tinggalin aku ini. Pokoknya bapak lagi bikin lukisan saya buat ngasih kado buat saya. Pada saat itu saya ketemu sama Eyang. Pada saat itu saya bilang saya mesti gimana sama Eyang. Pokoknya apa adanya. Ya akhirnya kami menikah tanggal 5 Mei 91. Membesarkan anak itu buat kami berdua itu tidak ada yang menyulitkan. Jadi semuanya santai, semuanya menyenangkan ya. Ya memang ada yang menjengkelkan, tapi ya kalau ini sebel aku. Bapaknya bilang fotokopi siapa? Kalau nggak kamu aku. Nggak pernah saya merasakan sulit membesarkan anak-anak itu. Semua 30 tahun lebih, 31 tahun lebih itu kami hidup bersama-sama itu sangat menyenangkan gitu, enjoy, semuanya saling melengkapi, saling menutupi kekurangan dan sangat paham.
Pak Lukas adalah sahabat yang penuh perhatian dan kehangatan. Begitu banyak kawan yang mengasihinya, kehilangan dengan kepergiannya, dan akan selalu mengenangnya.
Dulu awal-awal Pak Lukas nggak ada itu, Mas Edi itu seperti apa ya? Nangis terus. Nangisnya itu kadang seperti anak kecil juga. Ntar cerita ke anak buahnya di kantor nangis. Ntar dia cerita sendiri nangis sendiri. Itu waktu awal-awal Pak Lukas nggak ada. Melawat juga gitu. Dipikirnya mungkin Pak Edi nggak datang padahal dia dari jauh. Dia ngeliat dari balik mobil waktu di San Diego itu. Pak Edi tuh kehilangan seorang sahabat, adik, ya udah kayak saudara keluarga sendiri juga.
20 tahun yang lalu sesudah pulang dari kantor klien, kita suka ngumpul di lantai 4 Fokus Data di Barito, makan gorengan sambil ngopi, sambil ngobrol-ngobrol akan bagaimana kita menghadapi masa depan, akan bagaimana kita mendidik anak-anak kita khususnya. Kita sambil mengenang bagaimana dulu kuliah di STAN, berangan-angan one day kita bisa nyekolahkan anak kita ke luar negeri. 20 tahun kemudian anak-anak most of them lulusan luar negeri dan bahkan bekerja di luar negeri.
Saya bertemu dengan Pak Lukas di tahun 1986 pada saat kami kuliah, dan terakhir kami bertemu di gedung ini, gedung yang menjadi kebanggaan Pak Lukas sebagai training center untuk Sekar Guna Medica. Banyak cita-cita, banyak harapan yang waktu itu sudah kami rancang, tetapi Tuhan merancangnya yang lebih indah. Pak Lukas dipanggil kembali ke surga. Saya harap hari ini Pak Lukas hadir di antara kita, Pak Lukas yang sudah bahagia.
Januari Pak Lukas, Pak Edi bulan Juni, 17 Juni, 5-6 bulan lah. Meninggalnya Pak Edi pas ulang tahun Sekarguna. Pak Lukas sama Pak Edi dalam kehidupan abadi di surga sana.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
My friend, I'll see it clear. I'll state my case, oh, with uncertain.
I live a life that full. I travel east and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption. I planned each other course, each careful step along the byway.
And more than this,
I did it my way.
Yes, there was time I've seen you
when I bit off more than I could chew.
but through it all, when there was doubt, I did not and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I love and cry. I have my fill, my share of losing.
And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing.
To think I did all that,
And may I say, not in a shy way.
Oh no, not me. I did it my way. What is a man? What has he got?
If not himself, then he has had.
To say the things he truly feels, and not the one, who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
I will always remember Mr. Lucas as the friendly and kind-hearted man that he was and that he will always be in our minds and in our memory. I remember the first time when I met him in the office in Sekarguna in Jakarta. I was really struck by his friendliness, by his open-mindedness, and by his laugh. I will never forget his laugh. It seemed he was always laughing, and he really made people feel welcome, comfortable, at ease. He was open-minded, always interested, and I also remember, of course, having the Sekarguna team and Miss Josephine and Mr. Lucas in the Netherlands. He was open to everything. He was such a pleasant person to be with, open-minded, but also open to new experiences, a good laugh, but always friendly, interested, and just a pleasant person to be with and to have around. And that is being missed, but it lives on in our memories and in our minds, and that will never go away, of course. So I have very fond memories of Mr. Lucas, and he will always be in our heads and in our hearts.
I am Christoph Reuter from Spain, and we have been in contact here from Spain as business partner with the company Sekarguna in Indonesia during some time, and I have had the pleasure to know Lucas, which has gone some time ago from us. But on one side, I could not say that I'm sad about this. I prefer to say I have had the pleasure to know him, and I'm glad that I have known him. Lucas has always been a fantastic person, always in a good shape, always helping everybody, and I have a very, very good remember of the time we met together, and when I visited you in Indonesia, I always have had a fantastic time with Lucas. I'm sure everything has gone like it has been foreseen, and Lucas will be happy and would be happy if the company Sekarguna, in hands of his wife, would go ahead with the same success like always. Thank you, and another time, goodbye, Lucas, till forever. Bye, thank you.
Nah, dalam perjalanan bisnis ini Bapak tuh banyak sekali memberikan pandangan-pandangan kepada saya. Kalau enggak saya tuh ya bertahun-tahun mungkin saya begitu terus. Tapi selalu diupdate. Coba cari produk katanya. Cari produk sendiri. Jadi kamunya enggak jadi supplier terus. Karena mau enggak mau harus belajar. Aduh tapi takut Pak. Oh, enggak takut lah, bisa. Belum dicoba, selalu bilangnya gitu. Jadi makanya saya dengan anak-anak Sekarguna ketularan juga. Jadi kalau kadang-kadang bisa, belum dicoba gitu ininya.
Hello Lucas. It's been nearly 2 years. We miss you. But I have lots of good memories of that time we spent time together. When I visited Jakarta, Sekarguna holidays in Japan, in Düsseldorf and so on. You are living in my mind. The other day, I had some beer from Bali. When I first sipped the beer, the taste reminded me of you. I recalled the evening in Düsseldorf. It was about 10 years ago when we went to the supermarket together during the Medica. to buy some drinks for a little party. I chose regular beer, but you picked up some light beers with a fruity flavor. And I said something like, "Why, this beer is for women." I had nearly forgotten what I said, but some years later, you told me that you still remembered the beer for women, and laughed. We used to look back on this evening and laughed together. The beer I had on the other day smelled fruity, so your face came to my mind, and I thought you'd like that beer. I enjoyed the glass with your memory. In this way, I sometimes meet you. You are always on my mind.
Kadang ya kita memang sadar melupakan tapi tidak melupakan. Kita ya sudah ya mungkin bersama-sama. Ayo kita harus bangkit, semangat, maju, gitu, tetap berkarya, tetap gitu. Ya kadang sedikit-sedikit nyut itu ya nyut ingat, tapi ya kita saling menguatkan aja.
Kepergian, perpisahan, kehilangan selalu menyisakan kesedihan, menguras hati, pikiran, dan raga. Namun sebuah kesedihan pada saatnya akan berubah menjadi kenangan. Biarlah kenangan itu terbingkai manis, mengisi rumah hati kita, menjadi pengingat dan semangat untuk terus melanjutkan kehidupan.